Did you watch Netflix?
Well,
Black Mirror.
Kev, here's the thing, yeah. I tried to, but for some reason Chromecast isn't compatible with it.
Chromecast?
The telly version of Netflix isn't compatible with it. So essentially, I'm going to have to watch it on a computer. It doesn't.
So your telly does Netflix, but doesn't do that?
No.
And that's what it said. It just said this is not compatible with your
It
telly.
comes up, and then there's a little video playing. You need to be watching this on a compatible device. You'll know if it's compatible because it'll have this thing on the image, and it wasn't there.
You must have something. Can't you send your phone or your tablet to the TV or something?
Yeah, I tried that, and it said no. You need to be watching it on the device because you need to make internet, so it wouldn't work.
Ugh.
So I'm really quite.
Goodness me. I watched it on the Xbox One.
See, that's the thing. If you got an Xbox or something, I'm sure it's going to be compatible. What
Yeah, but you don't want to watch it on a tablet, do you, or on your phone?
Exactly. Well,
Other people do. That's
laptop.
why they have such high resolution phones, so they can watch HD stuff.
Actually, the resolution on phones is incredibly high.
I know, it's ridiculous. I don't know if it's true now, but at one point the highest resolution device in my house was my phone.
That's mad.
And that will be true for a lot of people still, I think. It's because it's higher than HD. It's some ridiculous 4K thing.
Do.
So we can't talk about Black Mirror.
No,
If you've
sorry.
not seen it.
They were talking about it at work, so it's obviously very, very good.
Yeah.
There's a pop-up shop in Birmingham based on it.
Yeah, there's a few around the country that they've created Tucker soft shops. Okay. From the context of someone who's not seen it, we can talk about this, can't we?
Okay.
The people talking about it, did they know the context? Did they have spectrums or whatever?
No.
Right.
No.
Because surely it's a completely different experience. If you actually not only did you live through that era, but you're actively interested in that early development in the UK of
Yeah, it must
computer
be.
games.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, so when you wanted to watch it, was that a thing? Oh, it's got spectrums in it and about the history, or are you not? Were you not thinking along those lines? You were just
No, I was thinking, this would be interesting, interactive thing. Thing is, I've not watched any Black Mirror. I kind of
well, you know about the first episode, don't you?
first episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, that came true. It turned
You
out.
told me that, yeah. I did tell you.
Can we say this? I don't know. Well, the episode is about the Prime Minister being blackmailed into interfering with a pig and it being broadcast live. And they had to do it. And if you don't do it this way, and there was like a royal had been kidnapped or something, and if you don't, we're going to kill her. And he does it. And then a couple of years later, it comes out the Prime Minister genuinely did interfere with a pig in real life. And one of the writers, Charlie Brooker, was saying, huh? It's just what? The world's gone mad. But yeah, Charlie Brooker, he wrote for computer magazines, and he's very much from that particular culture of this British computer, which wasn't a success anywhere but Europe. It was released under a different name, the Timex, in the US, but it wasn't a hit at all. But here, it was the biggest selling computer, bigger than the Commodore 64. Interestingly, and it had a real. It's got a particular character, and it inspired a lot of creativity in computer games and invented a whole.
Well, a lot of people are probably working in computers now because of that computer.
Yes, yeah, and it potentially should have kick-started a new industry, but because of politics, didn't happen. Never mind. One of the characters in it is like a sort of druggy, crazy person who's supposedly really creative. You can get the game he makes in the game. You can get the game he makes in the show, but it's not very good.
Isn't it? He's not that creative then.
But he's based on this guy called Matthew Smith, who made Jet Set Willy and Manic Miner, and he really was really creative and burnt himself out and had drugs and all that stuff. But the company it's based on made terrible games, actually, and were really, really badly run. So that's interesting. Imagine, they were called Imagine. Basically, it was run by a bunch of idiots. And the game Bandersnatch. Now, at that time, computer games were like $5.95, I think was the general retail price. And what they decided was they were going to make a game, and it was going to have an expansion for the computer come with the game. So the game was going to be £40. So they were making this vaporware that wasn't going to exist, and they just ran out of money because it was. And they were never going to finish it. It was never going to come out. It was all just nonsense, and they just ran out of money. One of those terrible managers was a guy called Bruce Everis, and that's an internet rabbit hole. He's like the UK games industry's version of Donald Trump, and he actually does a thing on politics, and you can guess what that's all about. But he cannot take blame for anything. He's gone to all these different places, and it's all been screwed up, and he blames it all on software piracy, and he won't accept anything was badly run or he made a bad decision, and he's got that sort of blind. I'm doing this bigly. It's going to be the top one. This was, and they stopped me. It's their fault.
The best one ever.
So that's worth checking out. There's a guy called Stuart Campbell, who is also a character. Basically, deliberately archived his posts, which was originally on this guy, Bruce Everis's blog, where people were picking apart what he was saying, and he was deleting posts, and he was editing his own posts to try and But this guy Stuart Campbell kept all the original posts in archives. You can get that. You can get the original one, and you can get the edited one to see what he did. So that's an internet hole you can go down.
A nice little warren.
And Stuart Campbell is a character in himself. He went from the games industry to Scottish independence. He had this site called World of Stuart, and one day he decided he was going to charge £2 a month for subscriptions to his message board and his website. So that's caused a schism. People saying paying £2 a month for this, but some people did and whatever. And that slowly petered out, and then he changed this World of Stuart site to Wings Over Scotland. So it was still WOS, which has been a big controversial thing in Scottish independence stuff. He's pro-independence, but he lives in Bath. Which is itself quite funny.
Nigel Lawson is pro-Brexit, but he lives in France.
Yeah.
Jacob Rees-Mogg is pro-Brexit, but he moved his company into Ireland.
But Stuart Campbell is a similar sort of character actually, and he's really abrasive. And if he gets something wrong, he bans people. It's that kind of thing. There was a thing, things like arguing about physics. Like he'd seen like Tomb Raider or something, and there's a bit when they're on the top of a car or a lorry, and she jumps, and he says, well, if she jumped, then she would just suddenly be thrown back because the car isn't moving you along, And people said, no, that's because of momentum. That's not what would happen. And basically, they were banned. And if anyone says anything about physics or momentum, they're banned. He's that kind of guy.